Oos, say hello to your battle instructor, the one, the only, the hot-blooded Dendra. Oos is a karate thing, by the way. Look it up. My age, 25. My hobby, working out. My type, well, strong and muscular fighting types, of course. That's all for my introduction. As for my class, this is where you all get to learn the nitty-gritty of Pokemon battling. We'll start with the basics so that no trainer gets left in the dust, even if you're new to this stuff. Have no fear. Leave it to me and my muscles and you'll be pros in no time. Let's set our fighting spirits ablaze together. Pokemon have all kinds of attack moves at their disposal, and each move has certain qualities that you'll want to remember. I'm talking about the power, type, and category of those moves. Higher power moves. Higher power means more damage, especially if your opponent is weak to that move's type. Heads up, new kid, question coming your way. There are two categories that attack moves can fall under. Do you know what they are? Moves of light, moves of art, is physical moves and special moves. Awesome, you're just as sharp as I expected, new kid. Looks like you have a handle on the basics. Anyway, attack moves are split into two categories, physical and special. Physical moves do more damage the higher the Pokemon's attack stat is. And special moves do more damage the higher the Pokemon's special attack stat is. On the other side of things, Pokemon getting hit by those moves can take less damage by having a high defense or special defense stat respectively. In conclusion, Pokemon that are good with physical moves should raise their attack stat, and Pokemon that are good with special moves should raise their special attack stat. Trying to raise both of these stats equally will just make it hard for the Pokemon to shine in battle. Make your strong point stronger. I always say that goes for both people and Pokemon. Oh man, I was just about to suggest we do some hands-on practice to really drive the point home, but I guess we're out of time. We'll generally meet for my class here in the schoolyard, even for book learning. Nothing like a little fresh air to make studying more fun, am I right? But class is over for now. Take care, you little rascals. Another day, another round of battle study. Oos! Let's get ready to do it. Let's get right to it. Is everyone excited about the treasure hunt? It's always a great adventure. You get to take on the gyms, go to new places, and run all over the place with your partner Pokemon. And while you're running around out there, I'll bet you'll come across some big shining crystals fairly often as well. These crystals are actually are actually collections of terrestrial energy that seeps up out of the ground. You can check out these crystals to battle Terra Pokemon with your friends or other trainers in a group of 4. We call those battles Terra Raid battles. The Terra Pokemon you'll face off against in Terra Raid battles are crazy tough. They sometimes act differently than regular Pokemon, so you'll need to be on your guard. Luckily, trainers can also use a special action in Terra Raid battles. It's called cheering. And there are 3 different cheers you can use. The first cheer is Go All Out. It boosts the attack and special attack of all allied Pokemon. The second is Hang Tough. This one boosts the defense and special defense of all allied Pokemon. And the third, well, let's see if you can guess. This cheer restores HP for all allied Pokemon. What do you think it is? Heal Up, Wham Bam Post Explosive Heal. I wish it was called Explosive Healing Wave, but it's Heal Up. That's right, maybe I should make you the battle teacher, huh, new kid? I mean, I want to take your guys' spots, don't get me wrong. I'm coming for you. The third and final cheer is Heal Up. It's a real powerhouse with the ability to both restore HP and cure status conditions. You can cheer up to 3 times during a single Terra Raid battle. Also, cheering uses up a turn in battle, so you won't be able to have your Pokemon use any of their moves when you cheer. In conclusion, try everything at your disposal. If nothing seems to be working, try cheering on your allies. Providing support for your team can sometimes open up a new realm of possibilities. Oh man, I was just about to suggest we do some hands-on practice to really drive the point home, but I guess we're out of time. Class is over for now. Take care, you little rascals. Another day, another round of battle study. Oos! Let's get right to it. Last time we learned about Terra Ray battles. Did any of you have a chance to try them out? Terra Pokemon are super strong, and the more difficult ones will use an even tougher tactic that you'll need to deal with. I'm talking about their Terra Shield. What happens while a Pokemon has its Terra Shield up, you ask? Well, it'll take way less damage for one. It has a big effect on morale too. When trainers see that shield go up, they feel doomed, like there's no way to win the battle. So here's a question for you. If the Pokemon you're battling puts up its Terra Shield, what should you do? Close your eyes and give in, call your parents, terrestrialize and attack? That sounds like the right answer. That's right, you're a regular Terra Raid battle master, aren't you, new kid? Regular attacks won't work so well against Pokemon that have the Terra Shield up, but having your Pokemon terrestrialize is an effective method to overcome that issue. A terrestrialized Pokemon will do more damage to shielded Pokemon, especially if it uses moves that match its Terra type. Dealing enough damage to a Pokemon with its Terra Shield up can destroy that shield and break the Pokemon's stance. This means that it's more important to properly time your terrestrialization in Terra Raid battles. In conclusion, as they say, fight fire with fire and Terra Pokemon with Terra Pokemon. Be sure to work together with your teammates to smash through your opponent's Terra Shield. Oh man, so I suggest we do some hands-on practice to really drive the point home. And I guess we're out of time once again. Next class will be our midterm exam. Aim for a perfect score. Oos! Oos! Oh, we're in the classroom. Sorry to all you who went to the schoolyard first before finding the right room. I guess we can do our tests in the classroom at least. It might be hard to write your answers out on the field. Alright, time to put on your game faces and do battles with those test sheets. Alright, the higher Pokemon's special defense, the less damage it takes from special attacks. Which of the following has no effect on a move's damage? The move's type, the move's type, and the move's name. How many trainers are in a Terra Raid battle team? It is 4. What is an effective method for breaking an opponent's Terra Shield? Terrestrializing and attacking. What is Miss Dendra's favorite type? That is fighting types. Even though her Medicham is also second type. Time's up. Put your pencils down. I saw you giving it everything you got. I'm sure you'll all get perfect scores. Well done, everyone. You can ask for your scores at the front desk. Feels great to get a test out the way, doesn't it? Let's take a look at your results. You must get 3 questions correct to pass the midterm exams and 4 questions correct to pass the final exams. Let's see how you did on your battle studies test. You answered 5 out of 5 questions correctly. That's a passing score, congratulations! Ms. Dendra asked us to give this award to any students who pass the exam. Keep doing your best. Finally, my favorite subject. Would you like art with Mr. Hassel? Class will begin soon, don't be tardy. Greetings, I am Hassel. I will be teaching this art class. It is a pleasure to meet you all. Now, let me be candid for one moment. I imagine that many of you will forget all that you learned in this class once you graduate. After all, you don't need even a basic understanding of artwork, much less a refined appreciation of beauty for most exams or jobs. So, is my class a waste of time for you then? I think not. At least I certainly hope it isn't. Think for a moment, all of you. What is beauty, anyway? What makes something beautiful? Its shape and color, the eye of the beholder, I don't know. Okay, so let's see. What is beauty and what makes something beautiful? The eye of... I want to say the eye of the beholder. Interesting. Thank you, Tevin. Oh, I don't mean to suggest there's a correct answer to my query. The important thing is that you all take time to think about it. Think about why we might find beauty in a flower blooming on the side of the road, for example. Question why the sky is a different shade of blue than the ocean, or why the leaves change color. Ponder the windmills of Autozone and how they move. Contemplate the chilling bite of the waters of Casa Carafar. I'm sure you'll find that every little detail of your lives will seem more vivid and more impactful if you just take a moment to stop and think. And I am certain that if you stop and truly appreciate the little beauties of this world, it will help you pull through the days where your studies have you exhausted or when work has dampened your spirits. Do pardon me for waxing philosophical. You don't need to understand all that now. To put it simply, it is true that one doesn't need art to survive, but it certainly makes surviving much more enjoyable. It is my hope that this class will add even a little bit of color to your lives. That's all for today. Next time we'll try a more hands-on approach to appreciating beauty. Oh, Penny's here this time. Hello class, it is I, Hassel, yet again. In our previous class we discussed what beauty is, which might have been a little boring for you. So today, I thought I would mix things up a little to pique your interest in art. Allow me to introduce our special guest. Oh, it's Gibble. This is Professor Gibble, the assistant lecturer for today. Now then, Professor Gibble, if you would be so kind as to terrestrialize for us. As some of you may already know, a Pokémon can terrestrialize if you use a Terra Orb. Normally, Professor Gibble would be of the Dragon type, but by terrestrializing, it succeeded in changing its type. So class, what type do these lovely glistening flowers above Professor Gibble's head represent? It represents that it's a grass type now. Excellent, Tevin. Full marks for you. These beautiful flowers blooming above Professor Gibble's head shows that it has now become a grass type. The shape of the Terra Jewel above a Pokemon's head depends on the Pokemon's Terra type. To summarize, if an opponent's Pokemon terrestrializes during battle, observe a Pokemon's Terra Jewel closely to see which type it has become, and choose effective moves accordingly. It is my sincere hope that today's lecture will help you all achieve beautiful victories. The terrestrial phenomenon is indeed a fascinating and deep subject to discuss. That is it for today's class. Thank you, Professor Gibble, for your help. Hello class, it is I, Hassel, yet again. I've been told that my previous lecture about the terrestrial phenomenon was very well received. Thank you all for your kind words. In fact, Miss Dender specifically requested that I impart even more battle knowledge to my students. So, I decided that today we will take another look at how a Pokemon can terrestrialize. And of course, here's Professor Gibble to help us. Now then, Professor Gibble, if you would be so kind as to terrestrialize for us. Now, what do we have here? Last class we saw grass type terrestrializing, but this time we have something of a different shape. Observe a pterodactyl resembling a snowflake. Its dendritic shape is stunning to behold. It's a little chilly standing so close to it. So class, what pterotype do you imagine this jewel might represent? It is now an ice type. Excellent, Tevin, full marks for you. The reason there's a snowflake shining above Professor Gibble's head is simple. It is now an ice type. And because Professor Gibble is currently the ice type, ice moves would be not very effective against it. Keep in mind, usually they would deal quadruple damage to Gibble. Now, here's some trivia about snowflakes. While snowflakes come in many different shapes and sizes, most are classified as hexagons. Just think of it, snowflakes fall from the sky, taking similar shapes without anyone saying they must. Do you not feel the great mystery of nature, the beautiful enigma we live in? This is a bit of a tangent, but Mr. Jacques' glasses are also hexagonal, aren't they? Almost forgot to mention that you can change a Pokemon's Terra-type at the Treasure Eatery located in Mindali. Though I must say the cook there is a little prickly. He'll need to get on her good side if you want her to help. Now, come prepared for next class because it is time for your midterm examination. Thank you for today, Professor Gibble. Oh, and Arvint was here in this class. Just realized that. I do hope you're all ready because it's time for your midterm exam. Focus and do your best. And begin! What is the name of the gemstone that glows over a Pokemon's head when it terrestrializes? It is called a Pterodactyl. When the answer to question 1 is in the shape of flowers, what type does it represent? It represents grass type. What shape are most snowflakes classified as? Hexagons. Where is an eatery that allows you to change a Terra type? It is in Medali. What makes something beautiful? There is no correct answer. Time's up. That's it for today's test. Pencils down, please. I would rather not have students worry about passing or failing in my art class, but tests are tests after all. Anyway, good work everyone. You can check your results at the front desk. It feels great to get a test out the way, doesn't it? Let's take a look at your results. You must get 3 questions correct to pass the midterm exams and 4 questions correct to pass the final exams. Let's see how you did on your art test. You answered 5 out of 5 questions correctly. That's a passing score. Congratulations. Mr. Hassel asked us to give this reward to any student who passed the exam. Keep doing your best. And let's take home economics. You like home ec with Mr. Seguro? Class will begin soon. Don't be tardy. I see we have some energetic young ones in our class this time around. You may call me Mr. Seguro. Your time here with me will be spent obtaining knowledge and skills indispensable for daily life. Many of you may have left the care of your parents to live here on your own in the academy dormitory. I pray that the knowledge I impart to you will improve the quality of your lives and the necessities thereof, food, clothing, and shelter. Of those 3 categories, I assume the most pressing and interesting for you all is food. When you eat sandwiches on your picnics, the HP of your Pokemon party will be restored. You will also gain something called meal powers, which can provide all manners of benefits. For example, those powers can make Pokemon easier to catch or increase the XP points that your Pokemon receive. I think you all will also find that the breadth of these effects can be expanded by crafting sandwiches of superb flavor. What's more, there is a certain something that is particularly important if we wish to receive meal powers with even more helpful effects. Let me see, Master Tevy, tell me, what must you keep in mind to receive even more helpful meal powers? My choice is the feelings and condiments, how fast compared to food. I have to remember how to put my heart. I would probably say the choice of your fillings and condiments might make it a little bit better. Perfectly correct, Master Tevy. Perhaps you were already aware of this fact from having helped your family with cooking at home. Your choice of ingredients, including both fillings and condiments, is an important factor in gaining even more helpful meal powers. For example, using sweet ingredients in your sandwiches may help you gain egg power. Including numerous bitter ingredients, on the other hand, can gain you item drop power. Learning to aim for specific effects when crafting sandwiches will almost certainly make your culinary endeavors more enjoyable. Please be aware, however, that you can also receive meal powers by eating at restaurants. I must say that I would feel the utmost joy if you all learned much here in my class and came to better understand home economics. Our time together has come to an end for today. I bid you all farewell. Put away your phones, it is time to begin class. In our last class, I believe we talked about the effects you can get from food on your picnics. You can all receive meal powers to even restore HP for all the Pokemon in your party. It is truly a convenient means of healing your Pokemon. Unfortunately, as I'm sure you are aware, it is not suited for use in battles, when you cannot make food or when you wish to restore HP quickly. In times such as those, you should make use of healing items, such as potions, which can be purchased from Pokemarts or at the school store. Healing items are immediately effective and can be used anytime that you open your bag. They are, however, consumed after one use. Potions restores 20 HP, Super Potions restore 60 HP, and Hyper Potions restore 120 HP. The pricier the item, the more HP it will restore. Keep in mind how much money you have when you are stocking up on these items. However, unforeseen happenings are an inextricable part of traveling from place to place. Imagine, if you will, the following scenario. You find yourself with injured Pokemon, but you have no potions, you are out of sandwich ingredients, and there are no Poke Centers nearby. Tell me, Master Tevy, what should you search for when in a perilous situation with no way to heal your Pokemon? A place of water, a teacher, or items on the ground? Perfectly correct, Master Tevy. I see you are well learned in survival techniques. If you see something shiny on the ground, it is actually an item that has been dropped there. You may be able to find a restorative item such as an Oran Berry or a potion in this way. You can use the R button to send out your Pokemon to pick up such items as well. And then there are berries, of course. Berries, by the way, aren't like items from shops. If you let your Pokemon hold one, it will decide on its own when to eat the berry during battle. Letting your Pokemon decide its timing for itself can be quite interesting. At any rate, if you find yourself in need of healing, I suggest that you look around for shiny items on the ground. If you can't find such items, there are other methods you may employ for healing your... but I see the bell demands that the topic wait. Our time together has come to an end for today. I bid you all farewell. Put away your phones. It is time to begin class. In my last class, I taught about HP restoration. However, after class, I was asked by several of you about power points, commonly known as PP. When a Pokemon loses all of its HP, it faints and can no longer battle. What then happens to a Pokemon when it loses all of its PP? It can't use moves, it won't listen to its trainer, all of its stats gets lowered. It just can't use that move anymore. Perfectly correct, Master Tevy. Perhaps you know this from first-hand experience? No, bitch! When a Pokemon runs out of PP, it can no longer use its moves. However, each move has its own store of PP, so you can mitigate PP loss by using a variety of moves rather than just one move repeatedly. If a Pokemon loses all PP for all of its moves, then it will only be able to use Struggle, an action that also damages the Pokemon that uses it. In order to avoid this predicament, PP can be restored at Pokemon Centers along with HP, or you can use Ethers. It seems items such as Ethers and Max Ethers can also be used to restore PP. Be careful not to confuse potions with Ethers in the heat of battle. However, Ethers are not sold at shops, so you should use them judiciously if you find them. The stronger the move, the lower its maximum PP. Do not waste uses of their moves unless you wish to quickly run out of PP. It is important to find a balance in a Pokemon's set of moves. As you can see, HP isn't the only thing you must keep an eye on while adventuring with Pokemon. I hope that you all take care to ensure that your partner Pokemon can perform at their best, as you each engage in treasure hunt. Our time together has come to an end for today. Our next meeting will be an examination day. Be sure to review well in preparation. The time has come to test how well you all learned here in my class. Let's begin before the information simmering in your brains from a last-minute cram session fades. What is not an effect of a picnic meal? Curing poison, increasing speed, getting meal power. Wait, so what is not an effect of a picnic meal? Well, that's, this is actually a little bit tricky. Okay, so process of elimination. When you have a picnic, it does heal HP. It cures status conditions. I think it's increasing speed. Which of the following affects the kinds of meal powers received from a particular meal? The fillings and the condiments. Which of these berries can restore a Pokemon's HP? That is an orange berry. Lorandra wanted his Pokemon to decide on its own when to use its item in battle, so he gave it an orange berry. This will work as he hopes. Yeah, that's true. If a move runs out of PP, it can no longer be used. If a Pokemon runs out of PP for all its moves, it can only sit there and frustrate. That is false. The time for answering questions has come to an end. Please stop writing. I hope you are all able to give the examination everything you had. Please remember to ask for your scores at the front desk before leaving for the day. It feels great to get a test out the way, doesn't it? Let's take a look at your results. You must get 3 questions correct to pass the midterm exams and 4 questions correct to pass the final exams. Let's see how you did on your home economics test. You answered 5 out of 5 questions correctly. That's a passing score. Congratulations. Mr. Seguro asked us to give this reward to any students who pass the exams. Keep doing your best. And with that, we have now done all the classes that are available up till their midterm. So in the next video, we'll just continue on the game. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everyone.